Quick note before we get started. More negative feedback. I don't know what it is. I've gotten a bunch of positives and then a negative. This one again, I go back to what I mentioned before. 99.9% of the time in FBA, it is not going to be your fault unless you send in a fake product or a broken product. So therefore, and even then it's a product review. So unless you did something as a seller, I don't really see how you can get a negative as an FBA seller. So this one was, there's multiple sizes of a little plush toy, and I got some and sent those in, had them listed as the correct size, you know, whatever. The negative response I got was that she did not get the correct size. This was too small, and she also didn't like the fact that the manufacturer's MSRP was on the sticker, printed on the original tag inside the packaging because it's new unopened, and that it was $1 or so less than what she paid for it. Well, that's supply and demand, dear. They're not even selling for MSRP in the store. Not my problem. You chose to pay for it. Second thing, pretty sure she got the right one because I remember seeing the price issue when I sent them in. But regardless, if she misread, that listing actually has multiple sizes. So I don't know if she misread it or what she did. But anyway, go in, choose feedback, choose automated. As soon as this one I didn't even get a reply from Amazon on. It instantly got rid of it because I clicked it and they must have some behind the scenes bot that reads what you clicked on. And it saw that it was all about the product, and it instantly, boom, gone. I mean, I literally went back to my seller's page and I was back to 5 stars. So they've got something going there that automatically tags it. But now the big part of this video is this. I've been working all my extra time, not all my extra time, but I've been probably putting in 20 to 30 hours a week on Amazon FBA since mid-January, and I am in the negative. Technically, I'm in the negative. So I decided, I've been using Inventory Lab. It shows everything is all rosy. I wanted to double check some stuff, so I just threw all my receipts, everything I bought, Amazon FBA, in a spreadsheet, totaled it up, and I've spent $1,800. Now, so far from Amazon FBA, remember I've mentioned at the beginning of my videos, I screwed up on some items I sourced at the beginning, and I was actually paying Amazon to sell them on top of my cost. That goes back to, on FBA, if it doesn't sell for over $5, you're probably not going to make any money on it. I do have a product that sells for $6. I pay 79 cents for it, and I make about $2.15 on it. But those are kind of few and far between from what I've seen. So I did take probably close to $100 loss in product when I started, between the cost of product and what I paid to sell it. So all that being said, like I said, I spent about $1,800 in product. I just got my second check from them because my first one was a $32 negative. My second check has been, first check was almost $300, and then this one was almost $600. So I'm right around $800 when you total them all together. I should have done this when I had my laptop, but I'm not going to talk to you, drive, and play with my laptop. And so, again, I'm $1,800 spent, $800 back, and I've been working 20 hours a week, so I'm $1,000 in the hole. Okay. However, I am having stuff sell every day. When I'm shipping stuff in, it's even faster. I haven't shipped a FBA. For 2 weeks, I was doing a box almost every day. Every weekday, 4 or 5 a week. So now I'm still getting sales every day. I'm not huge. I'm not a huge seller where I've got, $1,000 a day. I've gotten 100. I'm about 100 to, my best day I think was 400. So it's going every day. It's still going. My inventory value, according to Inventory Lab, is still $5,000. Now, if I take, I was messaging back and forth with Inventory Lab because they don't have a report that kicks back exactly what your price will be after Amazon fees if everything were to sell right now. I think that would be a really cool number to have if Inventory Lab would kick out a number that said, here's your inventory, and if everything's sold right now for your prices, this is what it would go for. It wouldn't be totally accurate because that stuff changes, but it would give you an idea of where you're at. But anyway, all the other fees, your shipping and everything's already been included when it goes in. So after a couple of messages back and forth with Inventory Lab, the only thing you really have is your final valuation fee, which is roughly 15%. So conservatively, I popped into my spreadsheet 25% off of my inventory value minus that, and minus my cost of goods, I will have made $2,700. So $1,800, and I get 27. Not quite where I want to be, but I'm not going to complain. Most of the items I have are moving fairly quickly, and a few of the items I have that are moving slow, they're selling for a decent price, and I didn't put a lot of money into them. They're items that I have another item that's like $3 that sells for $15, and I make, $7 on it, and I'm selling like 2 or 3 a week. So there's 20 of them just sitting there so that I don't have to restock it, because no one else is selling it, so it's just sitting there. There's merchant fulfilled, but I'm the only FBA. So no, I won't tell you what it is. But anyway, that's where I'm at. And the reason I really sat down and did those is I was kind of getting discouraged. I've been working for myself for over a year now, and I've been getting by. It's nothing to brag about, but I've been getting by. I'm a handyman, and but I was doing okay, and on my big jobs I was doing pretty good. But we had a lot of debt, and I've been paying that debt off. So, I mean, I've been taking out as little as possible from my business and just paying everything I make onto debt to get going. And so when I decided to get into FBA, I didn't have cash to start up with, because I keep very little cash. I've just been paying off credit cards and everything else, just boom, 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 just going. So I've just been doing that, so I didn't have any cash to start out with. So I have a card that's 0% interest until the end of the year, and it does do rewards, and I've been buying on that. And so I'm looking at, this is the balance on this card. No, it's not getting interest, but I'm paying it off slower than I'm ramping it up. So it's kind of changed my strategy, in that I'm really looking for, I want to double my money on everything minimum, because technically I'm borrowing the money right now. I am paying off debt, like I said. So, but after my next payment, it looks like, if I didn't buy anything to source right now, I would be even. So, like I said, I was kind of getting discouraged, but now I'm to the point where, okay, I'm even, and I have $5,000 worth of inventory that I'm not having to warehouse. So, it is what it is. You got to look at the whole picture, and don't let yourself get discouraged. And I would not recommend, other sellers have said this, I would not recommend going on credit. If you do, The only way I would recommend it, stinking construction, I can't get off of my exit. The only way I would do it is like I have, where I have a special interest credit card right now. And so it's not going to eat me. So that's the only way I would even consider it. But you're much better off, you know, saving up. Lifestyle Warrior talks about how Chaz, him and his wife, they start out with $500, 17,000 or 70,000, sorry, first year in sales. And then if you watch his videos, there's a playlist on my channel of them. He'll tell you what they made in profit. But 70,000 in sales, roughly, if you're buying right, like they were, you're looking they made 25 grand. Not bad. So, you know, and in his video, he tells you what he could have done to make it better. There's a ways, little things he could have changed that hopefully I'll be able to take advantage through this year. But little things he changed to where they could have done $100,000 and probably cleared closer to 50,000. But they were learning the first year. 2016 was all learning for them. And he was probably being conservative from what I've seen in other stuff, because they really slowed down for Q4, like massively slowed down for Q4 for some personal reasons, and they weren't aware of how big Q4 was at the time. So my whole goal is, you know, learn the system before August so that I can have an insane Q4, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, just stay motivated. Don't let that stuff get you down. But at the same time, whether you use an inventory lab, whether you can track the same thing I have without doing inventory lab, I've kind of gone all in a way, so much so that I knew I was going to do more than 40 items, because I started, and after my first shipment realized I was going to be doing more than 40 items a month. So I did the pro seller count, which makes it possible to ungate a few categories, which is worth it as well. And so you just have to make sure that you're going to sell 40 items a month from then on out. So there's a little bit of motivation to stay on it. But if you don't get inventory lab right away, you can still track, you know, your payments versus what you've spent. And then there is a setting in the Amazon app or Amazon Seller Central to see what your inventory value is, so you could get a rough idea. I know Reseller Mom basically has a little formula she does the end of each month to kind of know where she's at and know if she's staying profitable. But know where you're at, and it helps because when you don't see that check coming in at the first that's bigger than what you've spent, it's easy to get discouraged, when in all reality you are doing, you know, you're doing all right. Maybe you're not doing totally what you want to be doing yet, but you're doing all right. So know your numbers so that you can continue to grow and know what you need to work on. Anyway, till next time, guys, keep sourcing. If this is useful, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, like, and we'll kind of go from there. Hopefully everybody has a great day, and we will talk to you soon.